fourth item on the regular meeting, which is to adjourn to the special town meeting for the land. Okay, it looks like channel 194 is up. If anybody has that at home, let me know. If anybody checks the stream, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to call the regular Board of Selectmen meeting on Monday, November 16th, 2020 to order, please. We'll start with our call to order number one. Candace, please.
Candace Bouchard.
Todd Archulowski.
Melissa Bird.
Bob Geiger.
Candy Perez.
Sheila Sedlak.
Jack Bork said.
Ian Sedlak.
Thank you.
Linda Bravo.
Excellent, thank you. Next is Pledge of Allegiance, please. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all. All right, thank you. Let's see what's happening in LA. So the next item is item 3, agenda review. Is there anything anybody had for that? Okay, so they're saying I'm good out there, and 194 is live, I've heard that, so we're doing all right there. So we are going to move to our special meeting. Our special town meeting is regarding the discussion, possible action of the donation.
Point of order.
Yes?
The special town meeting is not advertised on the agenda until 7:15. I think we ought to go to other things on the agenda and then come back at 7:15 so that people have a chance to get in from the start.
Okay, that's fine with me. Okay then, so we will move to approval of our regular minutes of November 2nd. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Melissa. Is there a second? Thank you, Todd. Anybody have any additions or corrections for Sheila? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. Next up is citizens' comments. We have our phone number up for that at 860-738-6958 as we are back to being remote. While we're just waiting a second for citizens' comments, just want to let you know that our numbers, our COVID numbers, if anybody in the public is listening, COVID numbers are going back up. That is why we've taken all the precautions we're taking. Town hall is closed. You need to call in for appointments or just to do the business over the phone. And we just ask everybody to be careful out there in the community as I said, the numbers have been going up. And Bob, you must have been attending some other, like just meetings with other towns. It's happening in the whole northwest corner.
The Northwest Hills COG met Thursday, and all 21 towns are in agreement. We're all closing the town halls. Some of the towns around us have gone red. We happen to be orange yet. But due to the increase, I think all the towns decided that we ought to close all the town halls, senior centers, reduce recreation activities, and isolate as we're doing as much as possible until we have new governor's orders.
So that's why I'm in a mask, because Sheila's here too. I'm actually in town hall so we can broadcast this meeting out to everybody through 194 in a live stream with the equipment here in the Hicks room. Let's see, so no phone call. Let me see if anybody else wanted to come into the meeting yet. Nope, not yet. All right, so Bob, do you want to start your town manager's report, and when we get to 7:15, I'll stop you?
Okay, I'll go quickly. Starting with last week, November the 2nd through the 8th, Monday I had a follow-up with residents regarding some donations to the Soldiers Monument. I think Jack and I talked about it, but we received some pre-Civil War cast iron fencing, which might add to some of the decor. Jack, I looked at that today. I'll bring you over tomorrow and show that to you. But it was a pretty nice piece of very antique, turn-of-the-century fencing. Also met with Jennifer Kelly regarding a social services coordinator position, which we did hire and is now staffed in up here on the 3rd floor with me. It's Katie Bale is our new social services coordinator. She's working 20 hours a week, and this is funded from a grant we received through the from the hospital, the original grant. It's a 3-year grant at approximately $45,000 a year, which so that's not all salary, but that covers the salary position and all the equipment necessary to support the position. So Katie is here Monday through Friday. We may modify the hours as she sees fit as we develop the position a little further. We also had a Board of Selectmen meeting that night. That was 2 weeks ago. Tuesday, Election Day, I spent a lot of time with the police chief regarding the Pearson School voting preparation. Turned out we needed a lot more people, a lot more police officers directing traffic. We had 3 up there. I think you've all read the papers. It was jammed. So it's good that many people came out to vote. So I did welcome and met our new social services coordinator, Kathy Vale. That day is when she started. So I've been working with her every day as we're developing the position and the issues and giving her the best guidance that I've had available. I'm very impressed with her. I'm sure that she'll be bringing us more opportunities, and as this office has dealt with a lot of the social issues which we were ill-equipped to do, but Lori's done a good job, and I've tried to support the whole function. Wednesday, I met with the police chief regarding review of how it went with our police officers to see what issues we may have had, and anticipating of what we might change or review. It seemed to have gone pretty well. Again, I reviewed our very first social case with our social services coordinator. And then I had another site visit regarding boundary issues with some residents on Woodland Avenue. Seems that we've had that issue going on for a while. I frequently get involved to help kind of make some peace and figure out what the best thing is to do. Whether it's a civil issue or not, it's still best for us to resolve it as friendly in the most friendly way possible. Thursday, I met with lake residents regarding some of their concerns. We still have issues that people are concerned about. They're concerned about the deep drawdown, which we haven't quite reached 8 feet yet, but we're close. But we've had a lot of permits out as people are in the process of restoring or rebuilding or improving their walls along the river, along the lake rather, excuse me. I think the Beardsley Memorial Library, we had a meeting that evening. I see Louise is out there. We had a pretty good meeting. I think we were socially distanced, but we did meet in person for the first time in ages, which will probably be the last time now in ages. But the Beardsley is doing well, and I can report more on that later. Friday, I met with the police chief again regarding just general updates and issues that we've had with public demonstrations on the green to make sure everything's coming off smoothly and peacefully, which it has been. I met with Public Works regarding the Sucker Brook culvert replacement. As you all know, that we're waiting on some state funding. We got a state grant of $128,000, and our match is probably every bit equal to that as we repair that culvert, which we need to do while the lake is in its state of deep drawdown. We also began paving up there, the last part of it going up to the bridge. That just was occurring today, which we haven't noticed yet. This week, Monday, I met with the police chief regarding the weekend rallies we had. We did have a couple more that weekend. Again, everything was peaceful. I had a departmental supervisors meeting that Monday. We all met in the room where we could socially distance and kind of just give everybody an update as to where we are. That'll be the last one of those we had for a while in terms of in person. Let's see, then again, I'm going to be meeting with Katie Vale Kathy Bale again, which I'm going to meet with her every day for a while, just updates in general until she's comfortable. The Hinsdale School Renovation Committee met Monday evening. Tuesday I met with, again, I'm just putting what my notes were, Social Services Coordinator again. I met with the mayor regarding general updates. I met with Papermaster Jen Perk and Jim Rollins regarding some land use in town, that top 400 or 500 acres at the top of the town, as we're trying to evaluate the future of that. Is that's still for sale, and there have been not several, but a few interested parties who have attempted to coordinate with the town. But all of that's very preliminary, very early on. There's nothing really going on in consequence there. That, as you may know, that property's been for sale for years now, ever since the failed project up there. I don't know what year that was, but a while ago. And then I had site visits to various blight complaints in town. I usually go out myself personally to look at those. Mark Melanson, who helps me, is in the hospital right now. So we've still got quite a few homes, residences, or businesses on the list for improvements, so I continue to monitor those. Wednesday Town Hall was closed and observed observation of Veterans Day. I did have some continual conversation with supervisors regarding the COVID virus status. Many people here in Town Hall are equally concerned. We've had no direct cases here, but we've had relatives of employees who have contracted the virus and have since isolated themselves. We're only talking one or two, but that's too many. Thursday, the Northwest COG met by Zoom, and we discussed basically half of the discussion was on COVID, how we're all going to deal with that, what the towns are doing individually. So that was about a 2.5 to 3 hour meeting of us all sharing opportunities and evaluations. And generally, we frequently contact each other through the week as to what to do with particular issues. I had a discussion with Public Works regarding no parking signs. We've got several areas in town where we've been probably increasing our no parking bans or preparation for that, for snow plowing and various safety reasons. Let me see. Then I had a discussion with departmental supervisors regarding COVID. We met, several of us, and talking to begin to discuss the town hall closure, how we would do this, how would we inform citizens, and how we, all the employees are still here. The work for us inside gets a little more difficult, and it is definitely more frustrating for citizens out there, which I understand. But we're able to do almost everything via social media, telephones. If there would be a case for a special meeting where we need to meet someone, we haven't done that yet, we had to meet someone in person, we would try to figure out how to do that. Occasionally there might be a case that comes up. I had the same kind of discussion with our superintendent of schools, as the school administration is here in our building as well. So that is also closed to the public on and everything is being conducted over the telephone or through social media. I also met with our labor attorney on Thursday regarding personnel issues and final contract negotiations. We're still having the final negotiations on the police contract, which is close to ending. Friday, I met with all our departments individually regarding the COVID status. I went around and talked to each individual office to discuss concerns they might have on how to conduct business going forward through this week, as we just started Monday, which was today, I guess, with the town hall officially closed. And then with Public Works, we got a new vacuum truck, which we received. Should be on the street soon. As you may know, that was a very expensive proposition, almost to $300,000. I think, Bruce, that was approximately the price of it. But it's in now. Hopefully, we'll start to begin using that in terms of cleaning out club stations and other cleanup work. Again, I met with the Social Services Coordinator. I met with our Educational Finance Director, Nancy O'Dewari, regarding agenda items on which we will get to very soon, probably on the next meeting, on encumbered funds for the school going into next year. Not encumbered. Bruce, what am I talking about?
Non-lapsing.
Non-lapsing funds. We'll get that all back to you very shortly here. I also met with our fire chief regarding the LCD board position. Chief Legassi, our new fire chief, is going to be a town representative for the LCD board for the emergency services. We actually have two positions, one through the COG, for our town through the COG. And we have the ambulance, both fire departments, and the police are represented by one representative, which would be our new fire chief, Legassi, Jamie Legassi. And that was it. I've got on there things coming up for the long term, but we're past 7:15.
Yep. Okay, well, I was gonna let you finish that. We'll do questions after this. So right now, we will move to, I let a couple people into the meeting too, you'll all notice. But right now, we need to pause for a moment and move to our special meeting. I would like to call the special town meeting, 7:15 PM, public hearing regarding the donation of a request for donation of town-owned land to Winchester Land Trust. So our first item, item 1, is our call to order.
We need to motion to adjourn to the town meeting.
We're not adjourning, we're pausing. We're not,
You should have a motion to put that.
Sheila wants us to motion to pause to go to town meeting. So may I have a motion from the board to pause our regular meeting? Thank you, Candace. Is there a second? Thank you, Jack. All in favor? Okay. Okay, we're paused. So now I call to order the special town meeting at 7:15. It's a discussion, possible action regarding donation of town-owned land in Winchester Center. It was noticed in the paper, as you'll see on the screen that I have up, if you're watching on 194 or live stream. I can also share my screen for the audience out there. Here is the Republican American notice in the newspaper. That's the links that were on the agenda. This is a land trust letter regarding the land that is adjacent to the Houlihan Woods out there. And that's the value. And then the little space is right here. This is 6.42 acres. There's also the deed too on here that talks about it being for public use. It was deeded as public use, and that is what we are discussing tonight. So the way these special meetings work is I will be the moderator unless someone in the audience wants to be out there on Zoom. Anyone? Okay, if not, are there any questions from the public out here? We have a couple public people. Anyone have any questions? Anybody from the Board of Selectmen have any questions? Steve?
The description is that this parcel is landlocked. However, looking at the map, it does appear that there's a small part of it that abuts South Road. Am I reading the map incorrectly, or does it in fact have access from South Road?
Jen?
I don't think it does, Steve. The land trust acquired a 2-acre parcel last year, and so with the land trust land, it would have access to South Road, but on its own, it did not.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions from anyone? If there are no other questions, I would need a motion by someone for us to donate this parcel to the Winchester Land Trust. So it's a 6.5 acre near South Road and Highview Drive. So I would need someone to make the motion. Jack?
I will make that motion, Candy, that we donate this 6.5 acre property on landlocked property on South Road to the Winchester Land Trust.
Second that.
And Steve seconds that. There any questions by anybody? Any more discussion on this? This will just join together all your land trust property and make it more available to the public with through trails. Correct, Jen?
Actually, our intent isn't so much to put any trails on the property, but it's gonna be like more of a wildlife corridor.
Okay.
And it just ensures that in the future that it really couldn't be developed, and that land will be protected. And I mean, it's possible there could be a trail, but it's not our intent at the moment to do that.
But it is for public use.
Correct. Like the public can use it if they want to. Yes.
Okay, if there's no one else with any discussion, and now everybody gets to vote. I know everybody on here, we have, for the record, Sheila, there's a John Reinhardt, Beth Parsons, Jen Perga, and Charles, what's your last name, full? Dimitri. Okay. And Louise Van Alstyne.
Hey, Jen, this is not regarding this particular piece of property, but I'm just wondering on the Winchester Land Trust, I know you've got property all over. Do you know exactly how much property in town Winchester Land Trust is ownership of?
About 450 acres, Jack.
Excellent, thank you.
And 100 of that just came, wasn't 100 of it through the, how much was Houlihan Woods and the Giordano?
120, about 120.
So that's a quarter of it then.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna call for everybody in favor of this transfer. Please raise your hands. All right. It looks unanimous, but anybody against, raise your hand. Any abstentions? Okay, that will do it. It was unanimous, all in favor, Sheila, and I gave you the names of the 5 people that were on, right? Okay, because y'all had to be, voters or electors in town in order to vote. So Sheila voted in the audience, and Bruce and Bob did not, so that's good. So good job.
Motion to adjourn.
May I have a motion to adjourn this special meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Steve. Is there a second?
Meeting.
A second.
Thank you. All in favor of adjourning the town meeting? Everybody can vote on that. Okay, unanimous? Okay,
Okay, who made the motions? I'm sorry, I didn't hear them.
okay, Steve, you made the motion, and who was the second? On adjourning the meeting?
Melissa.
Melissa, okay, Steve and Melissa.
Okay.
Okay, we're all set. So, guests, if you'd like to leave, you can. If you want to stay. I don't think you do, but, oh, look, they're all leaving me. It's okay, bye-bye. Okay, so we are going to continue where we left off, which was Bob's did his town manager's report. Are there any questions from anyone on the board? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to the finance director's report. Bruce?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Part of your package includes the results of the general fund through October 31st, which represents 33% of the fiscal year. Some highlights from that report are that our property tax collections are running a little bit ahead of last year at 13.562 million compared to 13.243 million last year at this time. We are always grateful for the taxpayers and their timely payments, which we know are being made under challenging circumstances during the pandemic. Total revenues October 31st are 42% of budget. That compares to 47% of budget last year. The primary difference is that the ECS installment that is due to the town on October 31st actually was received on November 2nd. And so it's a couple days late, but that explains why our total revenues are slightly, are 5% below last year at this time. We did receive $192,000 in state municipal aid in October. Oh, the ECS installment was $1.9 million was received on November 2nd. Our expenditures in the general fund through 4 months are at $10.3 million, which represents 30% of our $34.1 million budget. Pretty much equals where we were last year at this time. With respect to cash, the general fund has $13.2 million in cash at October 31. $8.1 million was invested. And with respect to capital improvements, the paving box that you approved in October has been purchased and delivered. There was a bid waiver on that paving box, and that has been delivered. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Bruce will be with us for a few more minutes if you have any questions for him that you think of. Next up is 9, correspondence. Is there anything anybody had under that? If not, Steve, boards and commissions.
Okay, we have one appointment this evening, and that would be Carrie Esposito, appointed to the Inland Wetland and Watercourse Commission to replace Chris Kiley. We now have a vacancy there, and the term would be until April 20th of 2023. So I would place her name in nomination for appointment.
And we'll vote on her next meeting.
No, this is the third try.
Okay, so then you need a motion to appoint.
Yep. That was my motion to appoint.
Okay, is there a second, please? Thank you, Linda. Any other questions? All in favor? Unanimous? What, Candace?
I believe the date has, I believe the date has, I think the date has to be 23 and not for 20,
You're breaking up.
for the term to expire.
Okay, so in the motion you want the,
No, it has, term date to be 4/23. 4/20 is this current year. The term is for a 3-year term. I believe completing Chris Riley's term ends on 4/23.
right, but he said it was April 20th, 2023.
Oh, sorry. I only heard April 20, sorry.
That's because your computer keeps going boot. Right, so all in favor, one more time? Unanimous, thank you.
The only other thing is, I think you saw in your package a letter of resignation of Anita Garnett from the Civil Service Commission. That's a very important commission. You want to keep things rolling there. So it's sort of urgent that we find a person to go on to the Civil Service Commission. So I would ask all of us as selectmen to beat the bushes a little bit, people we might know, looking for a contact to get that commission back up to full membership.
And that would be Bob's appointment?
So, Mr. Town Manager,
It's not an expiration, so it's a town manager fills it, I believe.
I have been looking, so we've had a couple of possibilities, so we're searching.
okay, thanks for reminding me of that. That's it, Candy.
Okay.
Clarification on Anita, will she continue to be an inspector?
No, she will not.
So then we're looking for not only an inspector who could be independent of the committee, the board itself, correct?
Correct.
That's my report, Candy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so, next up is new business refunds as recommended by, the tax collector. Bob, you wanna review
Okay, yeah.
that?
Okay, I have the usual process here, but I only have 2 refunds recommended by the collector of revenue for a total of $635, both of them related to supplemental automobile taxes. So I recommend that you approve her recommendation of $635 for refunds for those 2.
May I have a motion to do so? Thank you, Steve. Is there a second? Thank you, Jack. Any other questions?
Yeah, just one question for Bob. I know this, but it's not coming to me right now. Under the amount of refund and the reason, it says CFC. What does the CFC?
Steve, Bruce, you wanna, one more time, Bruce, go ahead.
Yes, CFC stands for Certificate of Correction. And this is a document that the assessor has initiated and approved, and it changes the amount of tax due by the taxpayer because the motor vehicle may have been sold or may have been totaled or needed to be adjusted from its original value on the grand list case.
Thank you. I've written that down, and I won't ask that question again.
Promise? Okay.
Promise.
Okay, so we are on number 12 at the end of our meeting. We are at citizens' comments, the second round of it. The number is 860-738-6958. If you wish to comment. While we're waiting, we just want to let you know that we already held the town meeting for the land. Our meeting is quick as there's not too many things on the agenda tonight. But any comments? If not, we'll move to item 13, Selectmen comments and reports. Jack?
Yeah, just a couple comments regarding the Soldiers Monument. You probably all know that we had the lights on Friday night. The commission on Thursday decided that we needed a little brightness in town, and so rather than waiting till Thanksgiving, which is our normal turn-on time, we turned them on Friday night. Got a lot of comments about that Saturday and again on Sunday. But what happened Sunday night? We had a storm, and about 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, sometime in that, the lights went out. I was up there today with an electrician. We were evaluating all kinds of options, and what we found is I think there's a short inside the mechanism. So in the next 2 or 3 warm days, we're going to take it down again. And in taking it down, we'll find out that short, and then we'll put it back up together again. So I'm hoping that by, let's say if it's warm Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we'll get it back up by Saturday. But it's about a 2-hour, 2.5-hour process to take it down, put it back up again. And when we did it last Friday, it was not the easiest thing. But we like it, and it looks good. So I'm sure you've seen it and had some comments on it. But why wasn't it on tonight? Because of the short that we found. The second thing is the Soldiers Monument has also felt that it would be nice to, rather than hold some of the merchandise that we have, which are note cards and ornaments, to offer them out. So we're posting them online, Facebook, and selling some ornaments with the design of the monument, and then some specialized note cards that have the design and the drawing of the monument on it. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for some special gifts coming up.
Thank you. Anyone else? Candace?
Bob, I was wondering if there's gonna be any work done on the trees and the medians of Main Street? Is anyone looking into, working
Yeah,
on the,
Yeah, we talked about, we're under discussion, trying to figure out how quickly we can get that done. I don't have the details for that for you yet, though, but we're aware of it.
okay, thanks.
Anything else from anyone? With Thanksgiving coming up, we'd just like to thank all the organizations out there that are providing meals to people. And we thank everybody that made donations to them. So there are quite a few with the Soup Kitchen, Salvation Army, I believe the Elks are all putting out some meals during that time. So if you need something, reach out to them. And if you're donating, thank you very much for helping everybody in the community. And with that, Steve?
I move we adjourn.
A second, please. Thank you, Todd. All in favor? Okay, good night, everybody.